Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. It's kinda warm, but a little overcast today, and I have quite a bit that I need to get done today. But first thing that I want to do is go out, and I have all of that dill that needs cut. So hold on, and we'll get to that footage. Okay, so I'm getting ready to cut all of these dill heads, and I've got this nice big flat box and a pair of scissors. And I will be hanging these to dry. So when I cut them, I'm going to want to cut them back a little bit. I want them a little bit long. And got to get the beans out of them because they're all twisted up. But I'm going to make sure to cut them nice and long. And I'm just going to lay them in the box. But you want to make sure that the seeds haven't fallen off, but that they're good and dry and brown. And there's still some green ones out here, so I won't be picking those. But I do have a few here that are little. Now you might not want to use the little ones to replant your dill, but you can still use all those little seeds. There's a whole lot out here to cut, and a lot of these have fallen over, but that's all right. And they have gotten a little bit tangled up in the beans over here too, but yeah, well, maybe more than a little bit. I'm just going to try very carefully to get these dried ones out of here. Got a few falling on the ground here. Give me just a second. But I do like to hang these in the sewing room so they dry in a controlled environment. We do have a dehumidifier in the house, and that tends to help quite a bit too. But when I get these all cut, I'll see how big that one is. Put my hand up. They're huge. They're absolutely huge. But they do make the sewing room smell so nice too. Smells an awful lot like dill pickles. But now sometimes it can be difficult to get a really long cut on them. But just try to do the best that I can. That one's green. And we have the chicken commentary in the background. I do believe they're trying to give news reports for the day. But oh, there's another giant one right there. It's so fun when they get that big. But I do have an awful lot of them to get through, so what I'll do, I'll go ahead and put a little break in here, and that way you don't have to watch every single little one. Mark can speed it up just a little bit. But I already have a whole bunch of them in my box. Try to get that there. But let me go ahead and put a little break in here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I have this giant heaping box full of dill, and you can see that they're just going to finish crawling up that trellis right along with the beans. But I left the greenest ones. Looks like I missed that one. But I'll have to be back out here probably in another week or two and get the rest of those. But for right now, I've got to get those upstairs to the sewing room where I can make a nice mess trying to get them tied together. So give me a few minutes and we'll get up there and we'll get started on that. Okay, so I decided it would probably be even better if I brought all this out on the front porch where making a mess really wouldn't be that big of a deal. And what I want to do is I'm going to come through here, and they are kind of stuck together just a little bit. But I do want to tie some of them up, and I'm going to try to pick out some of these really big heads and tie them up so they look pretty. I'm going to get some of these big ones out here. I think I cut them first, most of them. So of course they'll be on the bottom. I think that would probably be plenty to tie up, but I'll get all of these arranged here. They do like to stick together a little bit, but now I've got those in a nice okay there. I'm going to cut the majority of them off. There's two of them that are a little shorter. I'm going to cut the majority of them so they're all about the same length. I'm going to get a piece of, I'm just using just yarn, because there's always a plethora of yarn in my sewing room. I'm going to cut a nice piece of yarn, and I'm just going to tie these together with just a real simple tight knot. And I like to hang dried flowers and stuff all over my sewing room. I've always got something in there hanging up, but I do really enjoy the way that the dill makes the room smell an awful lot like pickles. But okay, and I left a nice long string on here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll trim that up just a little bit. Now I'm going to take that in the sewing room and get it hung up. But the other thing I want to do is I want to take the seeds off of these, and I'm just going to do them one at a time here. But all you really need to do is just pull them off the head. Just let them fall into the box. And then I'll leave them in the bottom of this box for a little while to make sure they're all good and dry. But some of the little, I don't know if you can see that, but some of the little tiny stems will break off and go down into the box, and that's nothing to worry about. Usually what I do is let them dry for a while and then you can put them on a plate and take them out and go out in the yard or out on the porch or something, and just gently blow on them, and it will separate really easy, and then you'll get the pure seeds in there. But it's going to take me a few minutes to get these all broke off of here, so I'm going to put a break in here, and I'll be right back. Okay, I did manage to get a giant pile of seed off all of those heads, and there's so many different ways to do it. I used my fingers for a while, I used the scissors for a while, but that is a monster pile of dill seed. And what I'm going to do is take this in and let this sit and dry for a little bit longer. I have it piled up just so I can make it into the house without spilling it, because this box actually has holes in it. But as soon as I get it in to the sewing room, I'll spread them out just a little bit. But there really isn't any real big technical advice or anything to doing it. It's just kind of a labor of love, and that's a pretty nice pile. But there's still plenty more out there, so I'll be doing this again probably at least one more time for this year. But I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff put up, so I'll be right back in just a minute. Alright, but I've got this giant bouquet of dill, and I can take this and get it put in the sewing room, and it'll make my sewing room smell so pretty. And eventually a lot of the seeds will come off, so you do have to kind of put it over a pan or something. But yeah, those are all of the really big ones, and yeah, they smell really nice. So I put them in the sewing room, and they can make my sewing room smell really nice too. But I've got to get back to work here real quick. Still have an awful lot I've got to get done today, but I'm really excited that you got to spend a few minutes of your day with me today. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't forget to ring that little bell. It'll let you know when I'm doing something else goofy. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, anything else at all on your mind, please leave them in the little box below. And if you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up. But oh, tried to swallow another bug. Wow. Okay. Back on track. Let's get back on track. I do have a lot I've got to go get finished up, and I am happy that you spent some time with me today, and I hope that today finds everybody happy, healthy, and safe, and I need to go ahead and get back to work. So don't forget, we love you, and we'll see you in the next one.